too bad about Koršunova. If we had a med kit, could have saved him. What the hell are those barkers doing here?
Wait a minute, sweep the area.
Enemy approaching! Eliminate him! How did your rendezvous go, Skiff?
There were wardens here, but I avenged our men.
A good man, our new friend, reported that the warden pigs are already digging towards the Foundation. Get over there on the double. We'll meet you underground.
video surveillance room on the 2nd floor. I'll open it for you. I have the means to do it.
You made it, Skip. Come on, let's move. Did you hear Dalin? They want to destroy the zone. We can't let that happen.
What about S.T.A.L.K.E.R?
He's taken another way. We'll be okay on our own. Hurry up.
But my father... Your father's dead! He's gone! I saw them boiling in those pods with my own eyes. The goddamn physiograph is just a fucking talking TV man.
It's hard to believe, but subtle matter is real current. I know it.
You're not a scientist. You're just a lousy piece of shit.
Oh yeah? Fuck you! soon. And then, everything will fall into place. Finally.
You got it? Here. Who are you?
We are the result of an experiment, ended creating a super consciousness called sea consciousness.
Father.
According to our calculations, Earth is surrounded by a special informational field, the so-called noosphere. It links all sentient inhabitants of the planet and stores their mental images.
What's the true scientist rule?
Our main goal was to make small adjustments to the noosphere, allowing us to remove things like anger, cruelty, greed, and other negative factors from the planet.
Dad, like you said, what's the true rule of a scientist?
Individuals are unable to affect the noosphere.
Be quiet.
But sea consciousness could.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up! It must be erased, destroyed, eradicated. I want it wiped out forever, without a trace, without pity! Ah! Skip!
Dig deeper, darling. Dig deeper, son.
It's all real. It's always been real. The miracles of the Zone. Subtle matter. Eternal life within the noosphere. And I nearly destroyed it. Almost deprived humanity of its chance at immortality. I could have killed my own father.
But in the end, you didn't do any of that. You saw the truth just in the nick of time. And you made the right choice.
Yes. That much is true. But I came dangerously close to making the wrong one. I really meant well. I believed that I could make the future a little better. But Agatha's plan was never about the good of humanity, was it? All she wanted was total control. And if it wasn't for you, she would have achieved it. I don't know if I would have found the courage to get to the truth if you hadn't opened my eyes to it. Thank you for everything.
What do you intend to do now?
I'm going to talk to my father, for starters. For far too long, I was convinced this would never happen again. I've got a lot of questions, and a lot to apologize for. I just need to enhance the connection. The link is still unstable. I don't want to lose him again before I'm done. And after that, well, I suppose it depends on you. You and S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
Seems I was almost late. What the hell were you and the ward trying to do here?
I was about to do something right for once in my life. And I would have died for it, if it weren't for you. And they were planning to replace the representative. Once they reconnected with the generators, they could use the X network and all that C consciousness had created. They wanted to erase my father. By my hand. I don't know if Colonel found that small detail funny.
You made the Shining possible. You've played your part. Now S.T.A.L.K.E.R and I need to finish what your father set in motion.
It's still very dangerous out there. However, if you succeed, if it all goes according to plan, all these deaths, the Wardens, Spark, Noontide, ordinary stalkers, they'll all be undone. Humanity will finally attain the life it deserves. A life without pain, without death, without hate. It's a risk worth taking.
Maybe, after the Shining, great experiments will finally be performed without casualties.
Sounds like a promising future. Best of luck to you. See you in the new reality.
At last. I was afraid I wouldn't make it in time.
Greetings, Skiff. The last time you conversed with a representative of C consciousness, it was comprised of all its members. Thanks to your assistance, I can finally speak for myself. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Valentine Darling, the leader of the team responsible for making contact with the Noosphere. In 2006, I refused to follow the regulatory board's orders and became one of those who created the Zone by mistake. I'm sure you've accumulated quite a few questions since our last encounter.
I've heard about induced illusions being part of the Stalker program. I wasn't completely sure if subtle matter was real or if you were just a holographic projection.
The Stalker program does indeed exist, but its function differs from what you might imagine. It doesn't generate illusions, but rather enables the exchange of data with the Noosphere. This is what made our communication possible.
So at some point, you decided to go against the regulatory board. Why?
The regulatory board, a group of influential people behind Project X, wanted to use our work to gain control over the Noosphere with the help of a generator's network all over the planet. But they wanted it only for themselves. We couldn't let that happen. As long as there is darkness in humanity, there will be people like them. Our original plan was to remove this darkness. That's how C consciousness came into being. During the experiment, there was a breakdown, and the Noosphere energy rushed to the Earth, creating an anomalous zone. Thanks to it, we got new opportunities and developed the Shining Project.
We've come so far, but I still don't understand how you've been carrying out your plan all this time.
In the disaster of 2006, C consciousness took control of the X network and anomalous energy. Later, we created the monolith and the agents. But there were those who helped us from the beginning.
How did you get mixed up in all this anyway, S.T.A.L.K.E.R?
The Spark Science Task Group has always worked for the scientists. They studied the Zone, while I believed in its mysterious destiny. Once I heard the Shining Zone legend, I started looking for its manifestations even in the most remote and dangerous places. And found Orbita. Talked to Topol, who's dead. Just like you talked to Strider. Later, Ozerski and I did everything we could to restore the X-17 visiograph and find out whether it's possible that the sea consciousness scientists survived. As you can see, I was right all along. Now you're on our side. The Zone's providence has always shown us the right path.
And who's been helping you all this time?
We weren't the only ones who went up against the regulatory board. After Project X was frozen, some of our former employees decided to continue research under our guidance. They called themselves MDST. When S.T.A.L.K.E.R shot our bodies and destroyed one of the X network's central nodes, we continued to exist in the noosphere, but lost our connection to the Zone and the ability to interfere. The Monolith program, X network, and related laboratories whose functioning was ensured by sea consciousness stopped for 10 years. Only the agent's programming survived.
Until you brought Alpha to Circa. And until I ignorantly reactivated the system from the X-11 lab. But it turned out that we were fortunate.
Korshunov told me about your agents. He claimed they pose a threat to the mainland. What's their true purpose?
Everything we created has served one purpose: the successful realization of the Shining in the future. The creation of agents has been fully justified. Thanks to them, you're on our side. Unfortunately, after S.T.A.L.K.E.R deactivated the Sea installation, we lost contact with the Zone for a while, so we had no control over the agents who decided to leave the Zone. Don't think they haven't been rewarded for their efforts. We've given them a reason to live, Skiff. A higher purpose.
What about S.T.A.L.K.E.R?
There was a glitch in the programming. S.T.A.L.K.E.R went against his program. With the help of Dr. Kaimanov, who betrayed us once, he managed to get to the Monolith control unit. We invited him to join us in the 8th pod. A mistake that might otherwise have cost us our lives. Because he chose to destroy us instead.
Not a mistake. The Zone's providence. You never died. You became pioneers of the truth. Guides to eternity.
That's all I wanted to know.
Do you have any more questions? Or are you ready to proceed with the Shining plan?
What do I need to do to make sure the Shining becomes a reality?
First, we need to restore the connection between the center and the generators. It can only be done manually at the generators, so you'll have to make your way there through the Dead Valley. I'll do my best to teleport you as close as possible, but the teleportation system is currently unstable, so you'll need an experimental Project X suit. I'll give you the coordinates. Once the connection is restored, we'll need another piece of the puzzle. A mediator, a human being, who will act as an intermediary between the Zone and the noosphere.
To restore communication between the center and the generators, I'll have to cross Dead Valley. How do I do that?
Now that the navigator is operational, the emissions in the Dead Valley are becoming more frequent. The entire Zone is in flux. New anomalies are emerging everywhere, and secure routes are vanishing. Only the Shining has the power to reverse this process. But fear not. The Valley is only truly dangerous for the Ward and those who seek to destroy the Zone. Not for you. Walk without fear, and you will reach your destination. and be the first to witness real miracles.
Who's gonna become the mediator between the Zone and the Noosphere?
Bringing the Shining to life would be impossible without you, Skiff. However, the role of the mediator requires someone with Class 5 PC protection. A single person wouldn't have sufficed in the past, but now, we see consciousness manifested as subtle matter. We can enhance the connection from the other side. Scar's mind exhibits an exceptional resistance to emissions. That's why the responsibility of resurrecting us falls on his shoulders. One might say, he was born for it.
I've always known.
We are on the verge of achieving our goal, and thanks to you, we can now attain it. Now please, leave. I'd like to speak to my son.
Hi, Dad.
You've always sought comprehensive answers to your questions, Skiff. You have them all now. I'm glad. I wonder if I could have pursued the truth as you did. Against all odds. If I hadn't known it from the start. To come this far without fate must have been an incredibly lonely journey for those who gained their faith at a great cost. The reward must be even greater. I'll stick around and make sure the doctor and the representative aren't disturbed.
More than anything, Richter wanted the Zone's forgiveness. When he never got it. What's his reward?
Once more, you refuse to accept anything you haven't witnessed firsthand. How can you be certain the Zone hasn't granted him forgiveness? Perhaps death was his ultimate redemption.
More than any...
Once, perhaps...
Thank you for revealing the Shining Zone to me.
Everyone else will witness it before too long. Go. And don't wander off the path.
Go. I want to talk to my son.
Best of luck, Skiff.
The connection is incredibly unstable. I'm not even sure if my father can hear me.
I'll lend you a hand, Doc.